this is the day after. Yeah, what a break yesterday we saw. Today is Wednesday, September 4th, 2024, an interesting time. You know, we expected September to be a weak month. Historically, it is. You generally get the indices down, and the question is by how much? On average, 2-3 basis points is, if you go back in history, looks to be at 2-3 percentage points is what I should say. Well, you did that all in one day yesterday. You're getting a little follow-through today. As I look at the gold silver, what's happened is the gold still looks to me like it wants to slip, maybe get down under that 2,500 level. And silver probably broke a little too much against it yesterday. But in the copper market, you went down, probed now the 404 level, came back 500 points. That's no small move. You know, normally you look 500 points. It's a big move in copper. It doesn't mean anything today. China is trying to roll out and put out in the press plans they're going to do to lower mortgage rates, to try to stabilize the home markets. It's a plan that I talked about a while ago. Now they're just getting it ready to ramp up. And overall, over a let's call it 120-day period, people would go in, refinance, and maybe over that period be able to drop their mortgages as much as 8 basis points. So, you know, that's quite a bit if you look at the market. Grain markets, well, right now what you're looking at is, do we have a seasonal low due to harvest, or is this just a bounce going into the harvest time? Too soon to answer that question. Still, a lot of pressure on the energy markets as the world is seeing dumping stocks. Now, before I go too far, because there's a lot of data this morning, I want to remind you that we have our sale going on. So if you're in a futures trader, 3 months of my complete futures, twice daily written updates, special intraday updates, Sunday night written update, Friday morning written update, Tuesday, Monday through Thursday, twice dailies then. This also includes my morning futures video. Now, some people just like the futures video. I happen to like the whole thing because I lead you in the written updates as to what's coming about and things you should focus on, and often special report parts of it. But my combo package is the futures combination of 6 in the morning, the futures video. And by the way, in these videos, I review daily and weekly charts, give you reasons that I see buy or sell conditions, why they're there, and how to perform with them, at least from my perspective. 3 months of the futures only is $29. 3 months of the ETF only is $32. Now think about it. If I give you one trade idea that works, you blow through that. Could I have losers? Of course I could. Will I have winners? Of course I will. It's balanced, all right? I try not to have losers, but nobody can't. The question is, unlike what stock people do, well, if it didn't work as a trade, we'll make it an investment. We don't do that in the futures, but you can do that in the Spider ETF. And in Spider ETFs, yeah, I can sit in those markets 6 months or longer, and I do often, the video being a case in point. But you take a look and see what they did. Speaking of NVIDIA, well, the market is down in the pre-market again, as the Department of Justice has now said they're going to look into NVIDIA to see if it is forming and forcing people to buy their products via monopolistic maneuvers. Okay. Big companies get looked into. That's all I can say. When I come over to Bitcoin, I had just mentioned to traders that I thought it could go down to the lower Bollinger Band, and it did this morning. This is still not a market that people are running to. On a relative basis, it's gold over that, but where people are running to right now, it sounds wild, they are running to the bonds, the notes, and the reason is if the Fed's going to cut interest rates, they're going to drop. If they drop, those will go up in what price, and the yields will fall. And you're seeing a massive move there. So be a bit cautious, be careful with all that you're seeing through all this. This morning we have a lot of data, so let's go to that data and talk about what it is. The mortgage market numbers came out on the indices. So the index itself was up 1.6%. Not stellar, but an increase. Remember, we're through with the summer months now. So that was for the week ending August 30th. The mortgage market index itself was up 3.3%, but why would traders refinance? And they're not. They're down 0.3 because you're waiting to see what is the Fed going to do. And if they're going to start lowering rates, the thinking by a lot of people will be, why refi right now if I got to pay points and so on? I'll wait and see if it drops a little bit more, and then I'll go with that market. Trade balance, we continue to operate at big negatives. So you had this time a 78.8 billion. They expected 79, so it's a little less than expected, but it's 5 billion more than you had in June. In the July trades goods, the deficit was 103 billion. Services surplus, though, was 23. All right. Then we come over to retail sales, and they were stronger than expected. They've been running around 4.8 to 5% overall between the two number increase. Now it's 5.2 to 6.3. Is that back to school buying? Probably a certain amount of that. That wouldn't surprise me. We're going to get the jobs openings. That's at 9 o'clock. That'll be your market mover at 9 o'clock. Keep your eye on it. They're looking for 8.1 million jobs versus the 8.18 million jobs. Then we're going to get factory orders at the same time at 9 o'clock. They're looking for a big increase, 4.4 after last month's negative 3.3. I don't know. That's asking a lot. But remember, that's going to be a July number, not an August number. And then later today, we're going to get the API numbers, and in the morning, the EIA numbers on petroleum stocks. So, interesting times. I'm going to repeat again. If you'd like to get my sale, to get my advice, it's pretty simple. You move your cursor up to the top here. There is an icon. Give it a click. It'll take you to the page that you need. This page for the sale is not on the website. We've done it away because we've never done 3-month sale of any of this. But if you look at the pricing, it's a great deal for people because otherwise you get 1 month of pricing and you go to retail. So this is a great way to come in for a little longer time frame. I'm Ira Epstein. I will send an email out to everybody that's on our mailing list for this as well. Remember, give a click on the icon. I'll catch up with you all at the end of the trading day.